All right, let's talk about Hyde Street #1. This is the latest and the greatest from the Ghost Machine initiative from Jeff Johns and other great creatives in Image Comics. Previously, they had launched Redcoat, a Rook Exodus, and I'm blanking. Um, Geiger. And all those comics are great. The art is great. The storytelling is magnificent. It draws you in. Pretty cool stuff. Um, this is more of a horror vein, Hyde Street. Um, it's the latest one. Um, on the back, they have ads for other ones coming out. You got Family Odysseys, and you've got the Unnamed. So that's cool. Uh, you've got Geiger, Redcoat, um, Rook Exodus, Hyde Street Devourer, Hornsby, and Halo and Rocketfellas. So all that's coming out. Hyde Street is basically there's a street that they're trying to be all like um, there's a street that everyone knows that cuts across an avenue or whatever, where was it? It is a place where the wicked and cruel are drawn to the crossroads of morality and madness, with the inevitable destination of not merely death, but something far worse. This is the street of men and monsters. It is a place we call Hyde Street. Here are the credits. And they keep introducing characters here. So here's Mr. X-Ray and Pranky. And so they're all in the street collecting souls, basically, of people who feel guilt or had um, done some sort of crime. There was a preview. This whole thing was in a preview in other Image and Ghost Machine magazines, like comics, where Pranky collects the soul of an old lady who had killed her um, child and husband or something like that for insurance money or something. So that happens. So that's the beginning of this comic. And then we get a meeting between Pranky and Mr. X-Ray. And the rest of the comic is basically the origin of Mr. X-Ray, who was creating all these like things, these send away uh, sort of scams in comics with the X-ray goggles that weren't really X-ray, um, sea monkeys, which were basically a bunch of brine shrimp, and things like that, and um, may or may not have caused the death of his partner, and also shunned his daughter, who comes back to him and at a very early age, like a little kid, um, and asked to come back and live with him, and he's like no. So that's that, and I guess he's like full of sin and all that stuff. Here's the daughter. The art's great, actually. It's pretty cool. A lot of it's very reminiscent of early Image as well, which I like. You know, so most of this is basically Mr. X-Ray's origin, and then they establish too that um, they collect souls, and from anyone who's unfortunate enough to wander into this street, and there's all sorts of different monsters doing this. So there's Mr. X-Ray, there's Pranky, and there's other ones, and they accumulate in a score system by someone called the scorekeeper. The scorekeeper, we don't know who it is. Is it God? Is it the devil? Is it something else? Um, and he's gotten all these monsters to do this for him. And so when you see at the end, they have a whole score system at the end. And Pranky is probably number 1 here at 18,231 souls. And then there's other guys who are in 7 and 8,000 and 5,000, all that stuff, right? Um, Mr. X-Ray is kind of down there. So I guess it's going to be a competition between all of them. This really is just an establishing issue. I'd like to see more of the other guys, and I'm sure that's going to happen. Like they tease all these different names. It's like, oh, what are these guys going to be, right? It's like Nanny Nursey, the Colonist. What's that? Like the Demon Within, Lady Lost Eyes, etc., etc. It's like, who are these monsters? So we'll probably see more of them in future issues and see what they do to collect souls. And I guess it'll be a competition. I don't know. It's intriguing. I'll read the next one and see where it heads. But yeah, I like this. I recommend this. A good jumping on point. Pretty cool stuff. I was expecting more just like anthology tales, but I don't think that's going to happen here. I think it's going to be these monsters competing and stuff. So we'll get to see each monster. If this was highlighting two of them, there's all sorts in the back here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 16 monsters or so. So there you go. And there's other ones. They tease that there's a whole other scoreboard like back here. So we don't know who these guys are. So yeah, pretty neat concept. I'll see where it goes. I recommend this one. If you like what you saw, please give a like to this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So until next time, take care.